Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about episode 25 from Delicious Party PreCure. This episode was very simple, very chill, and I feel like for this episode, the usual high energy of Delicious Party was toned down a little bit for it to have this calmer aspect of a campsite, being one with nature and enjoying a good day with your friends. I feel like that's what they were going for. That is why the energy of this episode was a little lower. It was a little slower, a different pace than what Delicious Party is usually having. And I remember this also happened in Tropical-Rouge in like one or two episodes. We had the energy. Tropical-Rouge was like hyper energy almost all the time. And one or two episodes were a little bit more like lower and peaceful energy, and they kind of reminded me a little bit of the Healing Good PreCure style, just like this episode from Delicious Party. So I think there isn't much to talk about, but I want to start this video by talking about Spiritoru, who is the robot, the new villain that was created by Narcisoru. I was betting that this new villain was going to be defeated today. That's not the case. It seems that it's going to stick around for a while. And there are two important things for us to talk about when it comes to Spiritoru. Spiritoru was created and he is powered up by a delicious stone. Last episode, we didn't really know if that was indeed a delicious stone, but this episode made it very clear it is one. It had this counterpoint to Mari's delicious stone. Mari even mentioned that it is a delicious stone, and Mari's wondering why they have one. Why does the Banduru gang have a delicious stone? That is very mysterious. I cannot wait for an answer. There are so many curious things that are going on in Delicious Party. Girl, when they start answering those things, it's gonna be fire, for sure. And the other thing is that Narcisoru has created this specific robot to capture the SCPs and also defeat the cures while he is working on something. And this something will definitely defeat the cures, as he said. And I am wondering what this something is going to be about. I feel like this is something that is going to come into play a little before the cures get their power up and become stronger again. So I feel like this kind of episode can be a hit or a miss with certain people, and it really depends on whether you like this specific set of characters or not. I like the Delicious Party characters, so I enjoyed this episode. It was very laid back, so you just have to, chill while watching it. So I enjoyed it. There was one thing I did not like, which was the fashion. Girl, what were those costumes? I did not like them, except for Kokone. Kokone is the fashion queen of this season. I loved her costume, and I don't know if I didn't enjoy the costumes because I don't like the designs of the costumes, or if it's because this episode was a little bit on the ugly side when it comes to the drawings. But I feel like there was a lot of soul in this episode. We could really see how the girls were enjoying each other's company, and we could see their personalities resonating with each other very nicely. There was a very nice scene of the girls in the car. Mari was driving the car, that was so cool, and Kokone was like frowning. She had this frowning face, and she felt worried about something. And when Amane asked her, she was like, no, I'm just too excited because I'm going on a camp trip with my friends. That is so sweet. That is so Kokone. I'm very thankful that she is not like super sociable already and she still has this awkwardness about her, but she is just enjoying the moment with her friends. She just does not know how to be very sociable, and I love that. And I love that they're keeping this side of her personality. I mean, we're halfway through and she will probably never lose this. Kokone, never change, girl. We love you so much the way you are. And so I feel like the whole point of the episode was there were two main messages. One of them was Yui giving it her all to enjoy everything with her friends, and the other one is the saying that her grandmother has. I'm very thankful that Yui is back with the sayings of her grandmother. That is very sweet. And I don't remember the saying exactly, but it's like rice isn't, onigiri is not only made of rice. It's made of the water, it's made of everything that comprises the production of that specific plate. And that is a very huge thing, and it will come into play into the fighting scene of this episode. And the fighting scene was very weird in terms of composition, because the idea was to put the girls into a scenario of the girls helping Cure Precious get close to the Moto Ubalzo. That was the scenario. But the composition was so weird because the Moto Ubalzo was like aiming at the other girls, and it didn't seem to be aiming at Precious at all. She was just running on the side, and that was it. But like the idea of the girls trying to get close, the girls trying for Precious to get close to it was very nice. And it's like onigiri is not only made of rice. Cure Precious isn't strong just because Cure Precious is strong. She's strong because she has friends who she can trust by her side. That was the message. And it's nice that now Precious has a little bit of a power up in her minor attack, and we saw the minor attack not working at the start of the fight, so that after it gets powered up at the end, you can see how it becomes stronger. And that is very nice. Spiritoru ends up being a nice villain. It's funny, the whole thing of him being a ghost for Amane and Amane being very scared of that was very funny, and him also helping the girls in other situations were very funny too. And I like that he seems to be a very kind type of villain, which is different from what we've seen in Delicious Party so far. And the way he chants and roots for the Moto Ubalzo was also very nice. I don't think he will last very long, but I liked his addition to the overall feel of Delicious Party. I don't know why. I think it's just because he is funny. And I like his voice. And he looks very cute. And he has the same hat as Gentlu did. So I don't know if that's a Gentlu reference. I don't know if this is something that Narcisoru is doing because, well, Narcisoru basically created Gentlu and he's doing it again. So I don't know. And there is another thing that I noticed in this episode. When Takumi arrived to give Yui the utensils that she needed to cook in this episode, there was a scene that he was like, I don't want to stay here. I want to leave. And I need to leave. And then Amane is the one to arrive there in the scene and say, no, you can stay. There are buses for you to go home later. And there were some episodes ago, like 3 episodes ago, I don't remember exactly, there was a scene in which Amane noticed something about Takumi, and I was wondering what that was. And now it's clear that Amane noticed that Takumi likes Yui, because she was the one that's like, girl, wake up, Takumi. You have to stay with the one you like. And so like this scene in this episode made it clear for me that it was all about Yui for Takumi, and Amane noticed it in that episode that they were making crepes. And so we finished the episode with 2 very sweet moments. One of them is Mari in the hot dog thing. I love that. And Mari went to sleep early because Mari is taking their beauty sleep. I love that. And I love that it's Pum Pum that says it. Because, you know, Pum Pum knows all about beauty as well. Pum Pum is the beauty queen. And we also have this beautiful moment of Yui calling the girls and watching the starry sky. And Ran was going to take a picture, but she decides not to take a picture and just take it all in her memory, in her feelings. That was also very sweet. Very beautiful moment. And Mari finishes the episode saying that this is something the girls will never forget. And PreCure is about friendship. PreCure is about a group of girls that usually don't know each other, getting together and becoming basically a family, becoming very strong friends, very like friends with very strong bonds. And I love this about PreCure, and I loved the ending of this episode because of it. So, a very sweet episode. Next week, Kokone is gonna have a moment with Komekome. Green peppers, baby. Kokone doesn't like it. Komekome doesn't like it. So, they're gonna have to win. They're gonna have to be able to eat green peppers. I'm so sorry, girls. I don't like it either. But this feels like a trend now. Last episode was basically a Komekome and Amane episode. Now, Komekome is going to have a moment with Kokone. Maybe we're going to have an episode in which Komekome is going to have a moment with Dan, and then Komekome with Yuri. Maybe for Komekome to grow into her last stage. Maybe for the power-up. Something will happen. And I feel like this focus on Komekome isn't for nothing. Let's wait and see. I feel like next episode is going to be more or less the same vibe as this one. As in very chill, very calm. Not very calm, I think the next one is going to be very comedic, but it's probably going to be an episode in which we're not going to have much lore or something like that. Anyways, this was my view on 25 from Delicious Party PreCure. What did you think of it? Please leave a comment. Let's keep talking in the comment box below. Anyways, babies, just want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.